So here we go then, welcome along to the final round of this free-to-play account on F1 Clash, and hopefully you watched yesterday's two-part special as we went and attacked all 8 races, and with only another 2 GPs potentially after this one, we are trying to give it our absolute all, but it is very, very difficult because low team score account equals high matchmaking sometimes, so it gets pretty tough. Now let's quickly run you through what we've got. Hamilton, Verstappen, 82-83 qualifying, and the car is 134 over 175. How are we doing so far? It's been tough. It's been tough. Pretty much the same as yesterday, really, overall score, 167. We started off really nicely because yesterday we struggled, but we've also had some tough matchups, which means we couldn't get through. So, P11 at the minute. We started today in around P39, so that's probably our target position, and we're going to get racing in what is going to be race 5 coming from Baku. Can we score good at race number 5? Let's give it our go. Come on, Baku, be the one. So here we go then, real player as we always get on this account. And how good do I look in orange, by the way? No, loving the McLaren merchandise that I have found upon. Loving it. But here we go, Azerbaijan, Baku, and we're going to be hoping to put in a stellar Lando Norris performance and try and take some decent points. Always a case of just a slight better team score matchup. Let's see where we qualify though. Ahead of the rival, it is P12 and P13. So, soft and mediums is going to go on. I am going to Kawhi because Kawhi not use one of the best boosts on the game. And we're going to do a 2-stop. That is the best way around this track. And are you ready to go for what is going to be, hopefully, a very satisfying final 4 races? Let's do this. Time to bring the energy, folks. Here we go. Verstappen and Hamilton to light up the cars as we get away at Azerbaijan, and Verstappen takes the outside line. Hamilton now taking the inside, and we're stuck behind the man himself again. Already, only a couple of seconds into the race, we have Kevin Magnussen right in front of us. But we're pushing past, and you can see Hamilton, Verstappen pushing through. P8, making it into P7 and P9, all the way through into past Checo Perez, maybe not. So P6, we're going to try and get past Checo into the corner for the straight. We'll cut back down. We've got Hamilton bang there as well in P8. So it's a good start early on. P5 and P8. We're going to try and make up some more ground if we can. And there's Checo, well, there's Max Verstappen, sorry. Kind of used to Perez being that far back, but he's only P5. Carlos Sainz and the Mercedes currently fighting. That gives us a chance to get into P3. And it's going to be a pit stop this time round early on for Max Verstappen. We're going to keep pushing through this middle section because it is so good for overtaking at Baku. And we are into the lead. Max Verstappen back into a place he's very familiar with. We cut down Hamilton. Always conserve down this straight. And we're going to then push hard as we come to the first corner for lap number 3 in P4. We're going to come back for some soft tyres. Verstappen's coming out in P9. We're now going to push on the mediums. Hard tyre rival ahead. Let's just try and get past him because he's on the slower tyre. We don't want to get held up like this. And already we're through and we're past Leclerc as well. So 2 for the price of 1 in that move. And we are up to P7 and P6. Let's go. Our drivers have had their energy today. We are up to P2 and P6. Looking good here in Baku. But there's a long way to go. Potential safety cars, you name it, Hutch could deliver it. P2 for Verstappen. Going to pit for mediums now. Just going to get some of that power unit back and we're going to push. Hamilton, the old wise fox of Fernando, manages to sneak past. But can we get back past? Through this middle section again, we attack. It's always good to know where to attack because we push the button and we go past. Verstappen's back into the lead. We've got Leclerc, Norris ahead of us. But we're just going to look after this power unit. Can we get a move on Charles, the Monegasque? Yes, we can. Good work. Verstappen pits from P1. Hamilton's coming down as well. He's going to pit. And it looks like we are going to be P2 just behind Norris. We're going to push past. Let's seek this opportunities. You've got to take your opportunities when they are here, and this is a chance now. Rival's got a pit from P4 on the soft tyres, holding him up nicely, and we're going to push now. Push now, Hamilton. It is hammer time.
Okay, Lewis, it's hammer time.
Hammer time, come on. We're going to restore you to a race winner, potentially, Hamilton, as he comes down the straight. Verstappen's lost a position, but I'm fine with that as Hamilton hits the pits for this stop. Good stop needed by the team. And we are coming back out. Verstappen P2, Hamilton P4. What can we do from here? Can we get past Lewis, though, the AI? Yes, we can. We're already up to P2 and P3. This could be a great start. And there is the McLaren of Lando Norris. Is it going to be easy work? Or are we going to have to push on the last lap? We are going to have to push. It is hard tyres for the rival. And we're through already. P1, P2, let's go. What a great start to this video. Verstappen flying away with it out front. Hamilton's in P2. And this looks like we're going to bring home the points. That's what we needed. We needed a bit of a motivation boost. And I want to let you know. Let me know down in the comments what drivers you're running. Are you running Hamilton this weekend? Are you running K-Mag? Let me know. Always interested to know. As we come out the final corners and we hit the straight, Verstappen and Hamilton flying along. And it's going to be a cheeky thumbnail if we can get it. We crossed the line. We tried to get it. I think we did get it. We got the 47 and we got the thumbnail. Happy days.
A race like this is incredibly satisfying.
Come on, 47 points. 1-4-7-2 rival matchup. And that was a level 5, exactly the same drivers. And the car was pretty damn good as well. So that was actually a pretty even matchup in a way. But we scored the 47. And how about this for a matchup? Wow, 126 team score ahead of us. This is going to be painful. But you know what we like to do when we've got a tough matchup? We like to take a point. Now, with a 1-6-2-5 team score, I'd fully be expecting this rival to be scoring 47 points at a track like Barcelona. But being our under 1500, let's try and give it them, because that is the fun of it. And we've got one car that is with us. This is interesting. Big team score rival, chances for some overtakes and some points. Can we upset the team score? Well, we're going to find out, because we're at Spain, the fastest lap track, but it's not going to bother us. Let's go racing at Barcelona. Here we go then. Focus up. It is a real player, of course. Why are we struggling to click the buttons? Rival's got a decent start, and so have we, though. We are into P13. We're going backwards, though. But we haven't handed the initiative to this higher team score rival. But now we have. He's got the inside line, and we now have to settle back down. But we've managed to get the inside line for Hamilton, who's making moves through the field. Lewis Hamilton coming down to turn, I think, 11, and he's going to go through nearly here. Get that. It's like a car park at Saturday in town for here. And we're up to P6 and P9. So great little start. We've got the rival back in P11. And we're going to just have to save some power unit. We've got to save the power unit here. We've got to probably push a little bit more actually with Hamilton. And then we will conserve back down. Only because we've got to get the gap between the two cars. Russell goes past Verstappen. Not really heard that happen before. But now we do. Rival's pushed himself into P8. He's got good power unit left, though. So just saving the power unit, the rival, as we come through into P6. Now they're into P7. We're going to try and take points. It's not guaranteed by a long shot. As you can see, they're catching pretty quick. So probably a very strong car for the rival here. We're going to try and get past Charles Leclerc. And we do with the help of a push from the rival. P5. Verstappen moving into P9. We're going to try and save some power unit down the straights, attacking the corners as Verstappen gets past Hamilton. Great little move, P8, and now we conserve back down. So P5, a couple of pit stops as well already. We're going to just use everything we can and try and come back. Try and create that gap. Is there going to be any safety cars today that might help us? I don't think we're going to get ahead of this rival, who is currently P4. It's going to be too tough to basically get the gap and take a point off him. I think he's pretty strong in this race. But we're pushing out of the final corners, and it's going to be a pit stop, this time for Lewis Hamilton. Max Verstappen's got a big enough gap here, I think, and we should be okay without a double stack. As we come in, we are ahead of the rival, and we've got quite a bit of gap. We need a back marker between us, and it's going to be of George Russell. We need to get past Lando, though, if we want to stay ahead, and we do. We get into P8. Can we get any more positions as we go for Max Verstappen? Yes, we can. We're up to P7. So good little move. We've got the rival under a little bit of pressure. As Max Verstappen is currently pushing hard, the rival is pushing hard too. We're going to save this power unit. We're going to conserve down the straight. Rival's got so much power unit left, they're going to be absolutely fine to absolutely fly past us. We're going to push and see if we... The rival didn't even have to push to get past us. And now we're behind. So, yeah, I mean, we've tried. We have absolutely tried. But we're closing the gap for Verstappen as well here to try and get his clone as he moves into P9. Rival's got the edge then. We expected that. But they've got a long way to catch P2. I don't think we're going to be able to serve anything back up to this rival either. They should take P1 and P2, but they've got quite a bit of a gap to close. We're trying to close it as he gets into P3. And that P2 is going to be hard to get. Going to be hard to get. We're going to get past Perez, though. And that P2 is going to be what the rival needs if he wants to take 47. But he's got a big gap. And I think he's left it too late, personally. But you never know. You never know. We're pushing still. Verstappen P6. Rival, is he catching? He is catching. Will he take him? Will he get the 47 that he wants? I don't think he's going to. Verstappen's into P5. And the rival is not going to catch him. He's going to miss out on a 47-point run. But we're going to take P4 and P5. We made the best of a bad team score matchup, but I will happily take them points. Spain can be a very good track, but when you get 126 team score difference, you're always going to struggle. You can see a 4 medium is by far the best strategy around this track. You got level 7, and the car wasn't as good really as ours. There's too much power speed in there. Need a bit more cornering for the rival, and they would be so much better. It's another tough matchup, 1-5, 1-3. Yes, it's only 14 ahead though, so it's not that tough at all. So let's see what we can do. Not sure if it was a real or not. I didn't actually look when it came through to the matchup. So we're about to find out. Can we score a good point at Australia? Very good one-stop track. It's an okay two-stop track as well. But we don't want a double stack. So Hamilton's going to go onto Kawhi. We're going to put Verstappen onto Cupper on the mediums. This is how we're running. Can we run to 47s? Here we go for race 7. We're going to get, hopefully, a good start. It all happens in slow motion. As Verstappen is back down to P18. What? What do we get? Super glue on the tyres off the start? Why did we not make any ground? That's terrible. And now we're stuck behind a load of cars. Thanks, Hutch. That is a great start on the track. P6 for Hamilton. I'm going to just cruise him. Why do we get such a bad start? I mean, we got a perfect start, I'm sure. And suddenly, we're just absolutely stuck. P15. Oh, as we make past 2 cars there. That was needed very, very much so. As we now behind Lance Stroll, and we're already ahead. We're going to try and use more attack mode early on, because we're going to need everything we've got from P11. We've got Kevin in front of us. Not anymore, up to P10. Why is Hamilton going backwards? You're on the softs and you're losing out to hard tyres. I just think they make it up at some points, usually. Let's try and get past Max Verstappen. Of course, we can't overtake a hard tyre off the corner. And now we're finally through. P6. Got a pit stop, though, coming up. Verstappen, I thought we overtook Kevin personally, but I don't know how we're suddenly behind him again. Is he on soft tyres? No, he's on mediums. Maybe it's just because we don't have the speed in the car. P10 though, and we're past Charles Leclerc into P9. Hamilton is absolutely bolted. And we're going to just push him then into pit. So P9 for Verstappen. Got to watch the tyres a little bit though. Got to watch the tyres a lot actually. Right on 25% as we approach the pit entry. And then it's back to mediums. So P9 with a pit stop turns into P7. And Hamilton, can he get out ahead of the rival? Yes, he can. Just about. As we push just to close the gap. There's our best friend, Kevin. And hopefully we'll dispatch him. Hopefully we'll dispatch him. Thank you. P11. And P7. It's just not happening for us, really. It's not absolutely gliding through the field. And it was all down to that really bad start from Max Verstappen. Almost like he stalled it or got some real bad traction. But he's through into P7 and pits. Hamilton P10. Up to P8. Still got to pit again, though, as we get past Charles Leclerc. Verstappen ahead of the Alfa Romeo would be nice, and he is. So P12. We've got Hamilton struggling again. I thought we just overtook Leclerc, and then suddenly I look and he's back ahead. Verstappen's now behind Alonso. Now we've got a bit of speed, seemingly. We've got Sainz ahead of us. Can we get past Alonso? No. Can we get past now? Yes, we can. Finally, we make some ground. Pit stop time after this lap as we are in P6. We can't really push too much though on Verstappen. He's only P7. Got to look after the tyres here. And the power unit potentially. There's Sainz, who we do move ahead of. Come on. I mean, I don't know what's going to be possible. I'm sure if Verstappen would have got a better start, even, if I get my words out, we'd have been a lot better. But in comes Lewis Hamilton. Look at that, 51% now tyres for Verstappen. He just can't push at the moment. We're going to have to just keep softly coming through the field, watching the tyres. Rivals out in P8. He's going to push shortly as well. We're going to try and make an early move. Can we get Alonso? This is crucial. Come on, thank you. And we're through. P7, P5. One stop, I told you, works very well. And this is why. We're going to try and save some power unit. And now we're going to attack. Rivals attacking now too. We're going to be under threat. Under a lot of threat. We're on back of Verstappen. Can we take P5? Oh, come on, get past him. Thank you. Leave the rival there for as long as you can. Or not. Just let him pass. Don't worry about us. And now we've got Hamilton, Verstappen, coming hard at the Ferrari. Scooter here. Carlos Sainz. We can't really push Max too much. Can we take P3? Can we take P3 into the final corner? Can we? No, we can't. All the way to the line, stuck behind his gearbox. We could not overtake him. But it is 41 points. It will have to do from Australia. I generally feel that awful start absolutely cost us massively in that race. We do take 41. Level 5, level 9. Decent car setup as well. It's just not an easy round at all, this one. We're struggling. I mean, we're trying, but it's not going to be a... Look at that. 47, 41, 41. Yesterday, 47, 44, 47. It's a struggle. A Sunday struggle as we head to Jeddah for race number 8 to take us out of our doom and gloom. So final matchup then seems to be a bot, and it is a 1-4-1-7. So Hutch giving us a bit of a gift for the final race to keep us a little bit happy, potentially. But we are out to get underway. We could really do with 47 points to eke out some scoring. We are going to be like mid-table, P50, something like that this weekend. We just don't have the ability to crumble the top teams, top players. It is going to be soft, it's going to be hard, it's going to be Street Shark on both because Yeah, why not? Let's see what we got. Can we get a good start? P12, P13. We're set to race. Verstappen gets a lovely move up the inside. He's absolutely bolted. Why couldn't he do that in Australia? Hamilton hasn't had the best start. He's only P12. Not really moved anywhere. But what a start by Max Verstappen on the hard tyres up to P4. I mean, look at the differences from the last race to this one. That is incredible. And Hamilton is currently into P10. So a very good start. That's what we needed. We've got well ahead. We've had no safety cars today either. I mean, maybe I've spoke too soon there as we're in Jeddah. 33 degrees is the temperature. Just going to keep an eye on that just in case there is any extreme weather. It is getting hotter. Just going to watch out for that. You can see Hamilton's there in P10. We are going to go soft still though, because we don't have to necessarily push as Verstappen moves himself into P3. And he's going to try and get past Charles Leclerc, but he can't. And we're going to have to just cut back down at this section. Hamilton is just not making any ground, as he can't even get past Lando Norris. I know we conserved at that point, but it didn't really matter. And now Verstappen losing positions at places you don't overtake. Oh, just a confidence killer today as Verstappen carries on round. So 34 degrees. We're going to keep attacking though. Hamilton is in. Where's he going to come back out though? Decent stop, and the Alpine just gets ahead of us. Could have done with getting out ahead. Maybe though we can still push and get past him. Open up a move, Hamilton. Come on, thank you. Up to P13. Wow, Verstappen's in the lead. Verstappen, ladies and gentlemen, is in the lead of our race. We've got Hamilton now into P12. What do we got left? Lagging a little bit. We're going to come into the pits. And then it's going to be hard tyres at the end for Hamilton. He's got one more lap to do before he commits to that. Round the Alfa Romeo we go. Perez carries on. It's going to be hard tyres. And there is Verstappen. Look at that. Max Verstappen out in P2. We've got Hamilton in P4. Can we get past Perez? Yes, we can. It is P2 and P3 at present. Conserve down. 33 degrees track temperature, or the temperature in general, starting to reduce. What can we do here? Gonna just keep it. It's all right. We don't need battery on the phone. It's all right. It's overrated. We need to save weight. Bring the battery power down. And then we're going to come back in for some more softs again. I'm going to absolutely push. Come on, Hamilton. Get ahead of that Alpine. Thank you. We're going to get into some decent air as well. So there we go. Out in P10. We've got Verstappen in P1. And he's got a nice little gap. So Verstappen started on them hard tyres. Had an absolute blast of a start. And he's reaping the rewards at the moment. Hamilton didn't get the good start. He's stuck in traffic. Don't tell me that's Kevin Magnussen again. It's always Kevin Magnussen. Always holding us up as Verstappen pits. We'll save some power unit. We'll attack out the final corner. As then we get a pit stop. It was Kevin Magnussen. It always is Kevin Magnussen. As Verstappen is out in P2. Couple of Red Bulls ahead of us. Come on, get past Max. He's overrated. He's only in a Red Bull. They're slow. P5. Where's Checo? Checo leading the Red Bull. Multi-21. Where is it? And then we carry on. Max Verstappen's on soft tyres, isn't he? No, he's on mediums. Well, it don't matter. He's past us. We can't conserve at all with these cars because we're obviously a Series 12 low team score car. We just don't have the power, speed, cornering, whatever to hold them off. I mean, we've found ourselves now in P3. We could still take 47. We've got no power unit left, though. That is our problem. We can't really attack. We're going to have to cut down, I feel. It's going to be a P1 and P3. It's still a great race to finish off. As long as the heat don't come up to about 200 degrees now for 12 minutes, cooking something and cooking our tyres. Hamilton is going to finish in P3. Max Verstappen is going to finish in P1. It's a great return. That 3-2-2 worked a treat. Max Verstappen takes victory. Lewis Hamilton, we will take it. P3, it is 46. We needed that from the final race because it has been a tough final round. And it's fair to say, times 2 rewards, we need it to bring the luck tomorrow. But 46, we'll take it. We'll move on to next week in the hope that we can score big points. Because there's some legendary driver boosting going on. Not going to help us because we don't have Prost. So, 46 points. Let's take a look at the rival. 8 and level 4 Alonso. And the car was heading in the right direction too. Let's take a look, though, at what is our current position. We slot into P6 with 342 points. It was not a great round, really. Yesterday we got 346. Today we got 342. But I'm slightly disappointed with the scores that we got. I think we could have scored a lot better. But matchmaking did hamper us a little bit in race 3 and race 4. But even Spain got us out a little bit. But you know what? We're a free-to-play account. We're enjoying this account. That's the main thing. And good luck to all of you in your final round. Let me know in the comments how you get on as we go and hope for them times 2 rewards tomorrow. Please, Hutch, give us some more goodies.